Well, around that time, it seemed like things started to go bad between you and 50, and he ended up releasing a personal phone call that you guys had where it sounded like you were crying or getting emotional or whatever else,
Without a
and he ended
doubt.
up releasing that to the world to make you look bad,
Without
which
a
I I didn't think was cool. I don't like. I've had myself, you know, recorded and put out and shit
word.
like that, and I always thought that was foul.
Yeah,
So
it
when
was.
you saw that he had released that, what'd you think?
It fucked me up, bro. Honestly, because I looked at 50 as a big brother. And I did become emotional on that phone call. But there's nothing wrong with crying. Every real man shed tears. That don't make you pussy because you become emotional on a conversation with your brother or whatever the case. So I never felt that energy from that part. I just felt fucked up from him trying to play me pussy from some shit like that. My thing was that how that phone call came about is what the world is about to hear now. And that's what fucked me up the more than anything. And what fucked me up the most was I was with Sha Money when I made that phone call. Me and Sha Money had been out struggling in a sense of trying to get this project to go as far as it can, meaning to buck the world. The resentment was being shown, crazy the throughout the way he was treating me and Shy in business and communications and everything. It was almost a whole year had went by and we hadn't been around each other or even seen them. It was me and Shy, Banks, Yale, and Fifth. So here it is one day in Phoenix, Arizona. Shy tells me, yo, bro, we got to put an end to this shit, bro. We got to get on the phone with Fifth, bro, and get this shit right. And I'm like, man, get him on the phone, Shy, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And when he got him on the phone, you know what I'm saying? The phone call that you hear that was recorded was actually me talking on the phone with Sha Money right beside me in the van in Phoenix, Arizona at the time. And I hadn't spoken to 50, hadn't seen him. That was my brother. I'm used to being amongst my brothers every day. We you know fight, play, laugh, cry together, whatever the case may be. That was my brother. So when in that phone call, I was only telling him, you know, bro, we got to get this shit back together, bro. I think I had said something in that conversation along the lines where, you know, uh, how I was voicing how I, wanted to be back together and back a part of what we had once started. But if you fast forward and go to the very end of the conversation, is the key. The last words that out of that conversation 50 said was, okay, man, we're gonna get it together. We about to get this together. We about to get it right. Let's do it. Man, that was one of the best conversations that I felt in my heart that I actually had with my brother. Even though as emotional as it was almost a year of not being around 50, speaking to 50, any of that. And here it is, he agreed and was like, bro, let's get it together. Not only was it a good conversation for me, but it was a good conversation for Sha Money as well. Because him and Sha Money was even able to kind of speak and kind of have their piece, I think, from that conversation. Not during that conversation, it was my conversation with 50, but then they started to get back in place with each other. And when 50's last words out of that conversation was, okay, we're going to get it right, well, that's what we started to do. Now we're back in the loop. We're back in the office. We're back around each other. Everything started rolling right. Everything. Everything started looking like it was supposed to be then. Now we're back together. Now I'm a part of the shows again. Now I'm doing my thing the way that I always wanted it to be. You get what I'm saying?